are just too high drama. And this is the reason why so many men are checking out of relationships today. I felt called to make a second video because the video that I created around why men are checking out from dating got a lot of attention and got a lot of comments from you. I read through all of them and I realized that there was one key point that I missed. And that is that women are too high drama and that men are choosing to go with peace over having a relationship. Hi, my name is Marlene, and I create videos about why it is important that we have a balanced masculine and feminine dynamic, and why polarity is so important, not only in relationships, but also in societal structure at a global scale. If this is a topic that you...
That is actually so true. I have to admit, it's so important that we know the gender roles and that they actually exist. For example, it is important to admit that a woman is finding it easier to be the nurturing partner, while the man will deal with physical power way easier because he is physically stronger. And I don't think there is anything wrong in admitting that.
You find interesting, please subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, give this video a like, and send this video to someone that you think might need to hear this message. And it might be surprising to a lot of women, but most men actually want a relationship. They want to find a loving partner. There is so many men on dating apps that are looking for a partner, but have just chosen to opt out of dating and relationships altogether because women are so high drama. These men have oftentimes experienced that a relationship with a woman is actually breaking their peace. And men...
Not only breaking their peace, kind of making their money go poof. All these men who are looking for relationships and they go all out and then they meet the wrong women who are going to be using them for the money or for that date or two and giving them like really false hope into thinking that they are going to end up in a relationship while just using their money is a big reason why these men give up. They're like, nah, it's not worth it.
Want peace in their lives. Why do men want peace in their lives? Because men already have enough stuff to deal with in their work life. And we women might not realize that. So a lot of women expect when their partner comes home from work that they can just dump their day and dump their emotions on their man. Expecting the man to deal with it. And if he doesn't, oh my God.
Yeah, nah, the last thing a man needs in his life after working really hard, especially if he has some type of a labor work, physical work, the last thing he needs is to come back home and hear you nagging and talking about things and making problems out of nothing. Like, he has his own problems to deal with, and you genuinely, even as a woman, don't want to like listen to every single problem that he had to deal with at work. So why do you expect him to deal with your tiny, teeny issues that you had on that day? Nah, a man after a really hard work wants to come back home to a really hot meal, clean house, and a really happy wife with a smile on her face, being grateful that he came back home.
You got something coming for him. Women need to realize that they need to learn to deal with their issues on their own. Your partner is not your dumping ground for your emotions. Of course, you will find challenges in your relationships, but you have to talk through them. You have to communicate through them with love and respect. Always think the best of your partner. Don't see them as the enemy and don't see them as your therapist.
Oh, definitely don't see them as their therapist. It's so important that you don't dump everything on that man thinking that he is your savior. He should know everything. He should be there, your psychologist, your best friend, your mom, your dad, your everything. Like, no, that's where people make mistakes. You should have another group of people or like a psychologist or family members or best friends, especially they should be women who know how to deal with these emotions and these thoughts, because men don't know how to deal with those things. They're men. They cannot know what you are thinking or how you are feeling, or like even if you describe it in multiple words, they really don't know how to be in that situation. But it's also the same for women who don't know how to deal with men and their emotions and their perspectives and their problems and their issues. That's why men need other men, and they should be able and encouraged to talk about these things.
It's so important that you learn to deal with your issues on your own. You
Or
need
with
to work through your
friends,
emotions.
or with
Go
family
into
members.
therapy if it's something serious,
Exactly.
but don't expect your partner to solve all of your issues, and that your partner will be open to receive all of your stress and all of your anxiety at the end of the day. And
No, and it doesn't make him a bad man if he doesn't. You know, it's not like he doesn't love you and he doesn't think the world of you if he doesn't. It's just you need to understand the balance is very important, and you need to understand that this is a man who has been working really hard, and it's the last thing that he needs to deal with. Like, choose your battles and choose the right time to speak about some things, and think twice or three times if it's even worth putting all of that or dumping all of that on him.
honestly, I also think this is a result of women focusing way too much on their partner instead of having a life outside
Get a
of
hobby,
the relationship,
exactly.
outside of their partner.
Yeah.
Many women, when they get into a relationship, they let go of friends, they let go of hobbies.
Such
So
a
when
big
their man
mistake.
comes home, he is the sole
Such a big
focus of them.
mistake.
This man
Yeah, this is like such a terrible mindset where they fall in love and they think that they for each other are enough and everything. This is such a big problem. Men need other men. They need to go out there and hang out with men. It doesn't mean that he prefers to hang out only with his male friends and doesn't prefer to go on dates with you. No, he needs his male friends. And if you let him go and have fun, he will come back and he will be so grateful to have a woman so understanding like you. And you, as well as women, should have her female friend, should have her hobbies, should have her life fulfilled away from a man. Because a woman who has that type of life, who is fulfilled and who is happy being alone, being by herself, is a woman that is going to be happy to be with you as well, who is not going to make problems for the man left and right, or who is going to not demand from a man to entertain her on a daily basis, which is like so terrible. Come on.
has to be their everything, their friend, their therapist, their partner, their hero. That is a lot of pressure to put on one person. So this is why it's so high drama for men, and men feel the stress from you. And this is the reason why men just decided to opt out of relationships altogether, because they have experienced this time and time again with women that is just too much drama. And this is not what men want in their lives. Men want peace. Men want a tranquil, loving relationship with a supporting partner where they come home to a peaceful environment and not a war zone. And in general, I just think that women need to learn to deal with their anxieties, to deal with their stress on their own, because a lot of women, like I said, put that on their partner, put the responsibility on their partner, and they bottle it up all day through. And then when the partner comes home, he has just a rage of emotions and things that he needs to deal with, and an unhappy wife that has just been bubbling and boiling all day. So he comes home to this explosive energy of emotions. And this is what men don't want. I've read of guys in the comment section that a lot of men stay in the car before they walk through the door because they need to center themselves of what they're gonna walk into.
That is so sad. Like, think about that you need a moment in the car by yourself before you enter your own house, where you can't wait to go, by the way. You should be the one who be like, I can't wait to enter my home, you know, the peace in your home, nobody bothering you. But to have the idea that you need these 5-10 minutes by yourself in the car before you enter the chaos of your home, that's sad. Like, that should not be life.
And this is not right. You should be happy to come home to your partner. And it should be loving and calm and peaceful. And to be fair, women start doing this early on in dating as well. They fully focus on the guy that they're dating and expecting this man to be their savior and their everything, fully letting go of their own lives. And this puts a lot of pressure on men. So men feel this from the first couple of dates, that you're a woman who's looking for him to solve all of your issues. And this is why a lot of men
So not
just move away
attractive.
from dating altogether, because women just cling so much to men and they have such high expectations of this man to solve everything in their lives.
By the way, and I have noticed that women who come with that attitude are women who end up being single and alone, and for men to like ghost them after they see that they are so attached to them. And it's not like the chase type of game that we are talking about. It's the fact that as a woman, you should have a fulfilled life disconnected from the man, away from a man, and the man will appreciate that. Not only that, a woman would appreciate a man who has his own career, his friends, he has his life figured out. A woman would appreciate a man would appreciate a woman who has the same. Maybe not a career, okay, I'm not talking about her being successful in all spheres of life, but I'm talking about a woman who really shows that she doesn't need a man to be fulfilled and happy. She is happy by herself, and she just brings the positive energy into relationship.
And this is why they become high drama, because a man can never live up to all of your expectations. And if you put all of that on your man, it's just stressful for him and it's not fair. And you need to understand that you need to start taking the responsibility for your own healing and for your own emotions. So if you feel anxious, if you're stressed out, if there's things that you need to deal with that you think you need to put on your partner, please find therapy, find help. Find someone to talk to, not your partner. Make an effort to heal yourself and heal through your traumas and pains and worries without dumping that on your partner. And I used to be anxious as well. And what really helped me was meditation.
When I was younger, like when you are younger and you're a teenager and like this first type of loves and the inexperience that comes with it, when you don't even know how to deal with these bursts of emotions, you would be that person as well. But I feel like with age and experience, you like humble down, understand those emotions, understand how to deal with them. So in my opinion, it is really important to like go out there and date and experience things. Even if you are older, younger, like it is important if you are 30 plus that you had some type of experience before, because if you naively go into dating at 30 plus and you never had a girlfriend before, you might still fall for the same mistakes that a teenager would fall for. You know, you didn't really develop and learn from those things and learn how to deal with those big emotions. And that's why it is for me really important to like say to people out there, to men out there, that don't wait too long. Like go out there and date, and maybe you don't have to date really seriously or go all out, but you need to know how to deal with those emotions. So experience those emotions.
Meditate 20 minutes a day now. You don't have to do it for that long. Even 5 minutes of meditation.
Yeah, meditation is cool. Yeah.
Just calm down and really center yourself. Maybe do it before your partner comes home and really see what your emotions are and what things are that you really need to talk about together, because it affects the relationship. And
I noticed that dealing with emotions and talking with emotions, it is important, yes, but I also noticed that getting fulfilled by other things that you do in your life is also equally important. Like, for example, I love video games. I love reading books. I love watching series, movies. I am into the entertainment business so much that it really fulfills me. And I'm into art. I finished art high school. So all of these things are not meditation, but in a way they do meditate me. They do calm me down. And I love doing those things. And I love to be in a fantasy world playing video games and just get out of the reality that I live in. And in these couple of hours, I really think that I, by myself, for almost free, have this session of meditation that makes me so happy and fulfilled.
On top of that, journaling is very good. If you have a lot of thoughts and anxious thoughts,
I think this is more for women than men.
Journal about it. Get it.
Even me as a woman, I'm like, nah, man. Writing all of that down, like one sentence is fine, but making me journal before bed every single day and type what I'm grateful for about it every single day, I can't be bothered. I'm not that type of a person. I would rather play video games.
out of your system, and don't dump it on your partner via text or even when they come home from work. Work through it. This is your responsibility. And if you do that, more and more you'll start to filter the fluff and the anxious thoughts from things that you really need to share with your partner. Please understand that men are now opting out of relationships because women are too high drama. You expect too much from your man when in dating and in relationship, and you need to learn to take responsibility for your own drama and your own healing. So go into therapy, start meditation, start journaling, really take the responsibility of your own healing and don't dump that on your partner. I don't think women realize how much men already have to deal with in their day-to-day life.
No, they don't.
And what society expects from them as a man. And then they come home and also have to deal with your drama and your troubles. This is not how it's supposed to be. Your relationship should be calm, tranquil, and a safe haven, and make an effort to be that for your partner. Make an effort to be that home base for your partner, and then you will see if you can offer a man that you will have a lot more success with attracting a healthy, stable, and loving relationship. But the responsibility is with you, and I think we need to realize that women these days don't really focus on their own healing or on becoming a stable partner because they think the man is the problem. The man needs to take responsibility for my drama and my...
And I don't genuinely blame those women for thinking like that. Unfortunately, they have been manipulated, whether it is on social media by other content creators or other women who are really frustrated by men, and like this victimhood kind of mentality that they are spreading around. So they are manipulated into thinking like that. And I am happy to see that there are content creators like her who do speak to other women. I, in the majority of the time, don't think that I speak to other women. I speak to men, and I try as a woman to understand men more and more and be like side with the men out there, because I feel like their voices are not being heard. Men keep their voice within themselves and their frustrations within themselves. So I am there as the woman actually talking about it, because I really feel sorry for people who do not fight or who do not say things and they keep it within themselves, or they think that they are alone in this world and they don't have anyone else who agrees with them, especially from the other gender, when in reality there are a lot of women who are like me, who do understand men and who do understand that men need better and deserve better, and who do side with men. And sometimes I'm brutal when it comes to things that I say about women, because I am a woman and I do know when a woman is doing something really harmful on purpose, when a woman is being toxic on purpose. I do notice those things and I call it out. I'm not ashamed of calling those out. Even though I'm a woman, I love women, I love men, I love all genders, but I call out these things. So I'm happy that there are content creators who do specifically go for women out there, and they try to make women behave and think differently and better in order to take care of their men as well.
Healing. Well, ladies, it is your responsibility. Your drama is your responsibility. So please start focusing on that and help turn the ship around of men not wanting to be in a relationship, because a lot of men want to be in a relationship, but it's just that women are a whole lot of work. And I do not disagree, because a lot of women have not taken responsibility to heal and deal with the drama.
That's the last thing they would do.
I don't know what it is, why women don't do it, but
they don't
please
take accountability.
Start with it, and you will see that you will find men that actually do want to be in a relationship with you. I hope that this video was helpful. Please look into tools that can help you calm your mind, like meditation and journaling, and try to find a therapist if you really have things that you need to deal with or traumas that you need to work with. It really helps. I've done it too. You have to take the responsibility of your own healing to be a good partner. You cannot expect to attract a healthy relationship if you have not done the work for healing yourself and becoming an ideal partner for the partner you're looking for.
True.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like,
nice. Thank you.
Give me a subscribe, because it really helps with getting my message and the videos that I create out to a wider audience. And then together we can help heal and rebalance the masculine-feminine dynamic and actually create healthy relationships and healthy dating again.
All right, that was really nice. Thanks so much. Okay, I have to say that it is really nice, and hearing it from another woman make it sound a bit less hostile than hearing it from another man. Like, for example, if a man and a woman are in a relationship and a man says the same thing to his own woman, find friends, find a hobby, get a psychologist, talk to a psychologist, or write a journal, meditate more. I think those women will find it really hostile, and they will find some trouble with accepting whatever the man has said, even though all of those were valid points. It is completely valid. So I am happy to see that there are women talking about it, and for other women to maybe listen to these women and understand that if a man thinks the same, it doesn't mean that he is a terrible man. It doesn't mean that he loves you less. It means that he just wants a bit more peace in his life, and there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. No, just because they have chosen you, just because they love you, they want to be with you, doesn't mean that they need to listen to you 24/7, especially nagging with problems and drama. It really doesn't mean. And it doesn't mean that they love you less if they don't want to listen to that, if they do want peace. That's why there's so much men who like to fish. They just want to go and sit on a chair and not even think about anything. Just look at the horizon, listen to the sea, the lake, the beautiful smell, and maybe even have another man next to them or a beer or two and just chill. You know, they need that. That's their psychology. That's their therapy. I think it's a very cheap therapy as well. That's how men like it. So I don't see anything wrong in that as well. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree or disagree? And if you enjoyed this video and you want to support the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more, and I hope I see you next time. Bye!